We are YouTube Live!
Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Tony, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday. This is the first West Coast Wednesday of the new year, ain't it?
Yay!
Yeah.
2021.
Here.
West
Off
Coast.
to a banging start.
You know what? I prefer to call it 2020.
2000 what?
20,
I don't want to call it 2021. I want to call it 2021.
2021?
Yep.
Oh,
That's very sophisticated of you.
very
Well,
Amen.
I think it sounds a little more, well, like the numbers.
Like,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just my idea.
that's fine.
Deep Thoughts by Scott.
All right.
Tomatoes, tomatoes, whatever.
Yeah, he's
Ketchup, relish, and mustard.
yep. He's getting deep tonight. That's what it is.
Saying,
With your little hat on. Your toboggan.
hey, man,
Happy New Year.
Oh,
It's
he's got
chilly.
his sock hat on.
it's chilly.
What's the temperature? 80?
80, okay.
What is it? You're in Arizona.
I don't know, like what, 55?
55.
Nice.
Suns went down and it's,
55.
it'll get to 40 by the night.
That's a heat wave.
It's 34 here.
You can have it.
Oh, it is getting down in the low 40s out there. So
Sure.
Yeah, it was like 70 today, I think, 72, 73.
Oh man. It looks cold.
Like I
Well,
said,
sure.
I ran my buckets.
You ran your buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting gold?
Well, of course.
Oh.
Yay.
Are you gonna
just-
show us?
just- Huh?
Are you gonna show us?
No, I haven't cleaned it out yet. I know it's there. I'm actually doing a bucket run test this week. I want to see what I'm getting out of what I'm running. And the gas that I'm spending on it right now, which is incredibly low.
Right, Parker. I understand.
you better
Yeah.
stockpile some fuel while you can.
I know, right? That's what I thought the other day. I got to get a 55-gallon drum.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why? Because your fuel prices are going back up.
Everything will be.
Probably so.
Yeah. More than likely.
And I'm like I said, I'm doing a thing, and right now I've got 1, 2, 3.
Are you counting?
There's 3. No, there's 3 because there's one day I did a little bit extra just to have some fun.
Huh?
Well, Tom was down with me, so we stayed out there and just messed around a little bit, had a couple beers and stuff. So, but I think there's about 3. I'd say there's 3 good days there, but one of them I say a day and a half because I ran more than what I did on a regular day. So there's about I got some good stuff clean out.
Okay.
Want to put it through the gold cube,
Okay.
and then going to run it through the spin it off, take all the black sands out of that bad boy.
Okay.
And then by the time I turn that black tub up, I should be seeing gold. My
You could be ready for your first weigh-in.
first weigh-in.
How much you got? Yeah.
I don't weigh it yet.
Oh, when do you
When do you weigh it?
I weigh at the end of the year.
end of the year?
You have
Or
no clue how much
either
you're
that-
really
Either
getting.
that or Lisa was, dude. I could see it by my eye. I just know what I'm looking at.
Oh.
Dude, after 20-something years, I could see it in my eye. What's in the pan, man? I don't have to guess it.
What's really crazy is like the gold up in Alaska is really deceiving because you think you have more than you do.
Oh,
It's
You
like
want to
light.
weigh it up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's super light. It's crazy.
See, Lisa's got a philosophy, Kathleen. Take what a miner says and cut it in half. That's what you got.
That's what you have.
So if I say it's 4 grams, you can guarantee it's 2.
yep. Half for Lisa, half for
Oh,
you.
she's been, like I said, she's been cleaning the gold for a long time. And we're like, it looks like 2.5 grams. And then she'll get everything cleaned out and weigh it up and everything. It'll come out like 1.5 grams, gram 0.75. She's like, nope, take what you say and cut it in half. It seems to be like the figure.
Maybe she's taking stuff off the top.
Yes.
So,
I'm just saying.
she
That's
ain't got
what
to
I
take
would
off the top.
You didn't get 2 grams, you got 1.
But like I said, she don't have to take it off the top. It all goes to her. She gets to do whatever she wants with it. And it's just like that's who backs me on the stuff. So all my gold pretty much goes to her.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, that's how you make it work,
Get out there and find her more.
Hear that?
Sure.
Everything goes to me.
Sure. Already. Okay.
Yes, that's how it works.
Well, I was getting sponsors, I was getting like $1,000 from 3 or 4 different people a year to sponsor me going out doing gold digging. And then Lisa started seeing what we were getting, and I paid everybody back and seeing what we had left. She's like, I think, how about I just do this? It's like, okay, if you want to.
No.
So
that's it. We see. Now, Scott, you was telling us something before the show that got us all kind of excited about something about mucking.
Fucking Manny. Yeah, I'm going to do something special for our Gold Prospectors radio group. And I don't know when it's going to be. This is not going to be like in the next week. I got to think about how I want to do it and when I'm available to do it. But I'm going to get on, and I guess me and Manny's going to do a show called Muckin' Manny.
Muckin' Manny or Muckin' with Manny?
Muckin' Manny. Or Muckin' with Manny's actually. Muckin' with Manny, yeah.
Manny, okay.
Manny's mucking Scott.
Well, I'm just saying. I thought it was a pretty good thing because I think Manny's pretty much dirt anyway. So he is the muck. He is the muck of a mine to me. So.
That's an interesting way to describe your mining partner.
Right.
Well, he's kind of hard-headed.
Wow. You really are close with Muckin' Manny, aren't you?
And down that road.
So Scott, will you let us know ahead of time, so we can watch for it?
Yeah, I'll give you guys some heads up. I just want to just kind of try to see what it is. Do I want to be me? I don't know. But I got to be me sometimes. So
it's hard to be you.
Yeah.
And then, Manny, he's, he really ain't going to say much, but he's going to be there.
All right. We like it. Yeah.
But just
we need proof of life. We haven't seen Manny in a while. We need the proof of life.
Last time we seen him, I think.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Shad. He's wearing the same shirt that you are right now, I think.
All right, go get him. Let's see.
I think he's too far into. He's sleeping.
Oh.
Bathroom. He's always unavailable. Speaking of unavailable, what gold price is like, Shad?
Yeah. Well, what do you think happened today?
I
think they went.
Wow. I think they dropped.
Yeah, they did go down $2.16 at $1,921.71. So just a little drop.
All right, that's not as bad as I thought.
Not bad. Silver is also down 15 cents, closing at $27.14.
Still good.
Bet you all wish you bought some silver back when it was 14.
They do when it was left.
That's a huge gain. It could be the huge gain they always talk about.
Yeah.
Now, platinum, that fell 69 cents at $1,105.38.
Mm-hmm.
Now, palladium is also down 88 cents at $2,445.25. So that brings us to rhodium.
18,000.
Rhodium increased $700.
Oh my God.
3.93%. It is up at $18,500.
It's gonna make 20,000 by February, second week of February. It'll be 20 grand an ounce. Man, 18,000. Even even when it was 11,000, it would have been a bargain to buy it.
Well, just think at the beginning of the year, it dropped down to $7,000.
Right, remember? And now,
Just think.
yeah, think of these people that did that, bought it then. They're smiling. Mercy. Dennis, are you there?
I think
Yeah, I think he stepped
I'm
away.
here. I'm
Oh,
here.
there he is.
Are you going to sing for the birthday?
Yeah, I'm singing.
All right. Well, you got to turn your camera on for us.
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Go ahead. Take it away, Dennis.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I like that mask.
And many more.
I'm a little disturbed, but I was hypnotized at the same time.
You did have that look, Dad. I was watching you, and I was like,
Watching a little guy walk across the space.
like this. See this mask.
Yeah. That's so weird. All right. Well, your birthday today is January 6th, and I'm sure you had a memorable one. So happy birthday to Bill Jason Morgan Sr., Jeff Truitt, Judy Linford, LePipster, Mike Wilkins, Wyatt Rice. Tomorrow we have Amber, Butch, Christopher S. Denny, Dan Morrell, Daniel Merritt, Danny Jeffers, Gary Meltzer, Ian McCorkindale, James A. Delage, Jan Strom, Julia McCormick, Lee Ann Hightower, and Mel Cummings.
All right. We know who you're doing.
Who am I doing?
Pimster.
Le Pipster.
The Pimster.
Yeah, that was funny. Well, I mean, come on, we've been through this though.
Oh, it's gonna.
The creative gotcha names usually have the worst profiles, right?
I expect a whole lot of nothing here.
All right. Well, Le Pimster is from Lake Elsinore, California.
Huh?
Le Pimster is a man, in case you did not know. Le Pimster enjoys dry washing, metal detecting, and uses a sluice. Le Pimster belongs to the High Desert Gold Diggers.
Oh wow. Okay.
Now, Le Pimster found the site from a YouTube video that mentioned it. None other than, guess who?
Cecil or Scott.
Scott Tony. So Le Pimster likes himself some Scott Tony.
All right.
He'll probably tune in to watch you mucking. So, all right. He also uses a gold bug too, a keen, and a gold buddy. I don't know what the keen is. Maybe a sluice or a dry washer. Stop.
So is that it for Le Pimster? When did he join?
Oh, wait, I clicked out.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, wait a
we
minute.
I wanna
gotta
know.
know. We gotta know, because was it a recent Scott Swiftwater Tony video, or was it an old
I
one?
think it was an old.
That was probably like Scott's first video.
Yeah, we're going back to 2013 in November.
Hey,
November the 6th,
November 6th. Yeah, 20.
What year?
2013.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that was way back then.
Yeah. Way back.
When you had hair?
All right, well,
Here.
who do we want to do for tomorrow?
Wanna-
Highlight, that is.
Oh man.
What about Danny Jeffers? Ain't that Jeff's kid?
Is it?
I think, isn't it?
Hmm.
It is, right, Dennis?
Yeah.
Danny's.
From
Tennessee?
Clinton, Tennessee.
is
Maybe
I thought they were from West
yeah,
Virginia.
because I think that's where he lives.
Okay.
Well,
If he's in Tennessee, he went to Corker Creek.
Danny is more of a relic hunter. Doesn't belong to any clubs. Found it through Facebook. Who referred him to the site? Nah.
NA.
NA, not applicable.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it could be not applicable. Huh?
I like you.
Usually there's a slash,
No.
so I went with the
NA.
nah.
Nah.
Good with that.
Now, what
Exactly.
type of equipment does he use? Well, he doesn't have any right now. So let's look back though. He joined in March 29th, 2014.
Oh, nice. Okay, but must not be Jeff's son then.
Maybe.
He found out about
I
his son.
think it is.
Oh, you think
No,
so?
it's not.
Yeah.
Older son or something? The one that,
He's got two of them.
yeah.
Wasn't there one that just was a photographer? He didn't prospect.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
That's the one. Okay.
Photographer.
Photographer.
He was real
Photographer.
He was real good at working with metal too, like doing like
Yeah.
ornaments and stuff and carving it out and stuff. But yeah.
Oh,
He was more of an artiste.
happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthdays. today.
Day, happy day.
Happy. Now, Kathleen, you got something? I
I
seen
do.
she had doing some pictures.
Some news and some fun facts.
News
Or
and
fun fact.
fun fact.
Yes.
All right.
Got one.
Well, it's an extended one. It's like
Standard fun fact.
a
Oh, I was
deep
gonna say that's
dive.
okay. I got something to throw in the mix, so we're good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and just do our quick break right now, and then we'll come back with Kathleen. Sound like a plan?
Sure.
That's a plan. That is the plan of plans. All right. We'll
Cut commercial.
be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. The sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com. If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com, the best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
Here's Kath.
What are you laughing about? We can't hear you.
Oh my gosh. We heard a noise in the kitchen and Shad thought it was one of the dogs digging in the garbage.
Oh,
It was a kid
It was like one of the kids.
in the fridge.
oh Jesus.
In the fridge.
Sorry. Okay. January 6th, 2021. My first news. So during all the festivities that was going on, New Year's and Christmas, this story actually happened 2 weeks ago. Two women together, they won $10,000 after finding this metal Z that you see behind me under a bench in Las Vegas. For almost 10 years, there had been a chrome Z hidden under this North Las Vegas bench. It was in a park. It was stuck to the bottom of this bench in El Dorado Park. It was in a gazebo. David Steele, he put it there on a whim once while he was visiting the city to watch the World Series of Poker. Over the course of time, he would go there from time to time and it would still be there. So he thought that he would start maybe a treasure hunt.
Right.
Something to do. So this treasure hunt became known as the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt, which as people across the country, they try to decipher clues to find 4 hidden items that will get them $10,000 each. So for Steele's newly released book, he hasn't buried anything. He's just hidden 4 common items across the country, each of which you turn it in and you get $10,000, including the Z. So the Z remained completely unknown. He had purchased the Z at an auto part store. It's the kind that you stick on a car, I guess.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. So anyway, he released his book electronically on November 13th. And right away, the clues led these 2 ladies to this Z. It was like 30 days after the book's release. The Treasure Hunt's official Twitter account released bonus clues to help the treasure seekers on their quest. The clue was enough to help Beth Hovanek. She was from the Pittsburgh area. She used the letters from the one-hit wonders listed in chapter 4 to spell out the message, North Vegas, El Dorado Bench, Silver Z. Unfortunately, Hovanek lived all the way in Pittsburgh, so she had to get her friend who lived in North Vegas to go check it out, and her name was Nancy Zitko. So using the directions that her Beth had given her, she was able to find that artifact. And it was a close call, too, because Steele reports that 2 other people were hot on the trail. In fact, the very same day that this Z was found, another group had messaged the author that they were looking for it. So, wow. That was a dog, by the way. So there are still 3 other items worth $30,000 out there yet to be found. New bonus clues will be released to the Hunt's Twitter page every 30 days, meaning the next hint will be released to the world in mid-January. So the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt ebook is available exclusively on Amazon for around $8 or $9. I can't remember exactly. So check it out. In global news, sad mining news in Ontario, Canada. This is in Timmins. Police released more information after a contractor's dead body was found underground at the Timmins West mine. According to police, 55-year-old Craig Harrell died Friday afternoon in the mine. The heavy equipment operator was found at the 600-foot level of the Lakeshore Gold Mine. He was brought to the surface and was pronounced dead in the ambulance on the way to the Timmins District Hospital. Police said that there's no reason to believe that the loss of life was a result of an accident or foul play and that it was natural causes. They are still working with the local coroner's office to confirm and to make sure that it indeed wasn't an accident. In Hong Kong, lab-created diamonds. They are making some scientific news, and what you see behind me are an example of some lab-created diamonds. An international team of researchers, they did a study to show that these are going to be good candidates for advanced functional devices in microelectronics and quantum information technologies.
You know what? That kind of blows my mind because number one, if it wasn't made by the Earth, now it's just worthless. That's what the whole allure of a diamond was. It used to be a piece of coal, and now it's a rock. Now it's just useless crap somebody made up in a laboratory.
Yeah, now you can make them in the lab.
Unbelievable.
Well, they have the same properties as diamonds, and diamonds are considered high-performance electronic and photonic materials due to their ultra high thermal conductivity, exceptional electric charge carrier mobility, high breakdown strength, and ultra wide band gap. Whew.
Dang, that's
81 gigawatts.
a mouthful.
In the flux capacitor.
You know what I think though? I mean, could we utilize lab diamonds? Yeah, you could, because we have diamond cut wheels that has to cut steel and all kinds of other stuff. You could utilize that instead of real diamonds.
Yeah.
But as far as you see that one that you got in the picture that's cut like it's getting ready to be set in a ring, okay, that's you got a loaded piece of crap. You might as well just have glass. It's not a diamond. I'm just saying.
Lab diamond.
And
Well, I
wonder,
know.
I wonder if it would
It's
last.
really hard to tell the difference too. Only like really, really trained jewelers are able to.
But it's still considered a real diamond, isn't it? Or-
Yeah. It's a diamond, but it's created in a lab rather than finding
a real diamond's going to show inclusions inside. If it's not that great, if it's pretty good, it's going to be so-so inclusions. You're going to see
Lab
carbon
diamonds
inside the
too.
diamond. Huh?
You can find inclusions in lab diamonds as well.
Yeah, and you also
the colors and
but there's no carbon.
the thing that you're going to find is that the lab diamonds obviously aren't going to be as expensive as the real ones, because the real ones, like you said, Scott, the carbon factor, I mean, you'd have to actually be in a lab to test everything. But by looking at it with a loop, you really couldn't tell the difference.
Nope.
Honestly.
Well, they're real diamonds. It's just
They're real.
yeah.
But
if it looks like a golf ball, I'm going to call it fake.
If it looks like a golf ball, you mean like this big? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know those big rings. Everybody's like, "Oh, look at my big ring." I'm like, "You couldn't afford that on your best day."
Wait, like this big?
Okay.
Still a diamond.
No, it ain't. A diamond's made out of coal, and it takes years and years of pressure. That's a diamond.
And that's how
Well, they can make all kinds of gemstones in the lab.
Yeah, and it's actually using the same techniques, just sped up.
Yeah.
So
they can make a lot of things.
Carbon and everything that's used to create a diamond in the raw, they've just been able to replicate it and expedite it.
They can control it better. And because of that, they were able to experiment. I guess the article that I found got really, really technical, so I won't go into all of that. But by stretching it, I guess, it created some type of high frequency. And because of that, it's a really breakthrough in, making this technology more readily available, rather than relying on, real diamonds for that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah. And I do like diamonds.
I've seen this book before.
Yes, and this is my extended fun fact, because the first story about that Z and the great U.S. treasure hunt, the guy who wrote that ebook was inspired by this book. And I've done the story on this before, but it was a long time ago. I don't know how long I've been doing this, but there has been an update, and it was also featured on Discovery Channel's Expedition Unknown. So, I've talked about it before, and I wanted to just kind of look into it and talk about it some more about the update.
When was Expedition? When was that show on?
On every Saturday or Friday.
Like, it's a regular show on Josh Gates.
Still now?
I think so. I mean, he has like seasons, and I forget what season we're on, but I think this might have been last season.
Holy cow, I never even heard of it.
I don't know. Everything's running together, but he just did one episode, I think, on this. But this treasure hunt has been going on for like 40 years, believe it or not. Man. And the book that it was written was actually called The Secret, and do not confuse it with that self-help book from the Oprah Book Club, The Secret. This is a little bit different, and I wanted to look into this one because we've always heard about the Forrest Fenn one. It was overshadowing a lot, because Forrest was still alive and all of that. But I thought I would go into this one because it was so old. It was published in 1982 by a children's book author, Byron Preiss, called The Secret. It's about a mythical treasure and its guardians. They were magical creatures hidden from human view, and the enchanted beings were included mugwumps, devil dogs, and tinkerbells. And they were figments of Priest's imagination, but the treasure was not. The book paired together 12 short poems and 12 elaborate paintings by renowned fantasy illustrator John Jude Palancar. Each painting and verse leads to different North American cities, and before the book's release, Priest, often disguised as a construction worker, had gone to different local parks across North America, that's Canada and in the US, and buried these ceramic casks, and they were enclosed in a plexiglass box, and concealed in the boxes were these 12 ceramic keys. Each key could be returned to Priest in exchange for a precious jewel. That collectively the jewels were worth $10,000. So roughly each jewel was worth $1,000. And according to the book, the jewels are worth over $10,000, and the treasure casts themselves are of incalculable value, never having been owned by any man or woman. And of course, you get the bragging rights of finding it. You solve the riddle and find the location of the buried key. However, it's been harder than it sounds. So far, only 3 of the 12 boxes have been found since the book was published. So that's just 3 boxes in over 3 decades, with the most recent one being found in 2019. The author had overestimated how complicated the riddles would be, and still today there's treasure hunters that are still trying to find these. So how were the first locations found? We'll just go into the first one. Is the top of it's cut off?
Yeah, a little bit of his head is.
Okay. Well, anywho, in Chicago, the first of the 12 puzzles was cracked. This was not long after the book was published in 1983 in Chicago, Illinois. In the corner of Grant Park, Rob Roble and a couple of his suburban friends found a buried treasure, the buried box, after deciphering clues in the book that he received as a birthday present when he was a teenager. For years, he held on to the cask, which was valued at more than $500 when it was dug up in the 80s. The emerald, however, they received an emerald when they turned it in, and that, of course, was worth $1,000 at the time. However, the recent article when was written about it, they found out that the emerald got stolen in the early 2000s. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So that was the first one that was found. The second one was located in the year 2004. This is actually a picture of the ceramic cask that was broken. So you can see an example of one of what it looked like. After 21 years of silence, a New Jersey lawyer named Brian Zinn revisited his childhood fascination with the book. He located this cask in Cleveland from a verse that mentioned Socrates, Pindar, and Apelles. With the added benefit of the internet, he was able to locate this one where he found those names etched in a pylon at the Cleveland Cultural Garden. He traveled to the garden, and after 4 hours of digging, he found the cask buried along a wall, and he received an aquamarine jewel worth $1,000. Yeah. So the third one was found in 2019 in Massachusetts.
Look at that.
Yes, that's one of my favorites. This is just awesome. I like emerald cut gems. They're my favorite. So anyway, this was found in 2019. This was found at a construction site in Langoon Park in Boston.
Are you serious?
John Krupa and his family thought that they had solved the riddle, but they were unsure of how that they were going to access it because they thought believed it was hidden under a home plate on a softball field. Something they just didn't feel comfortable just going and digging it up. But then when they saw the construction site starting, they believed that since it was there, they approached the workers and told them about it. And the construction team said, yeah, when we dig it up, we'll let you know. And sure enough, it was under there. And the construction team did contact him and said, yeah, we found something. And there it was. So they turned it in and received this peridot. Isn't it pretty?
Man, that's amazing that the construction team actually took the effort to do that, though. That's pretty good.
They probably didn't know. I mean, and the way they did it, they didn't actually bury the gem. They buried just the plexiglass and a ceramic figurine. Right. That doesn't look like much, right? And you actually have to break it open and crack it open and turn it in to the book's author, and he gives you the gem.
Yeah, but I mean, most construction guys are like, dig it up, let's go. We got to get out of here and get this shit done, you know.
True.
They're like, oh yeah, remember that guy that called? Who cares? Get it out of the way, let's go. You know, so it's a pretty good credibility on the construction guys that actually gave him a call. But hey, congratulations to them knowing where it was at. You know.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, in a tragic turn of events, the author actually died in a car accident at the age of 52 in the year 2005.
Oh wow.
He took the locations of the remaining 9 casks to his grave. He never told anyone where he had buried them, but his widow, her name is Sandy Mendelson. She said, you know, if people do find them and contacts her, she still has the jewels and will still give them out, whoever solves the puzzle. So, like I said, Josh Gates did cover this story on Expedition Unknown on the Discovery Channel. I think he goes into more detail. He actually interviews the people who have found these and like how they retrace the steps and all that stuff. So I guess you'll have to look in the archives or Google which episode it is if you want to catch it. I think I will too.
You know what's really cool? If you think about it, that is actually what I conceive the term of living forever as, because as long as people's looking for that treasure, his name will never die. If his wife passes it to his grandkids, say, hey, these jewels have to go to these people that find these things, it just keeps going and going. You know, that's just the essence of, you know what, they say, well, you don't never have to die. that's one way right there, because everybody will keep your name in the history books, pretty much.
I think that was cool, and you just kind of forget about it, especially with all the stuff about Forrest Fenn this year. That this one has been going on for almost 40 years.
Right. But hey, there's one winner. There's the picture.
Yeah.
He won it.
Yeah.
And then, like she said,
the first one was an aquamarine, which is, I think the first one they found was an aquamarine.
Still good.
Yeah. And then the emerald, and then this one, which is beautiful. Just beautiful.
I think I'd take the aquamarine.
I take them all.
I'd take any.
Take them all.
And that was Dredging Up the News and our fun fact.
That's cool. Yeah, I seen that episode with.
Was it good?
It was good. Yeah, you'd like it.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
It was last season's, I think, is when I seen it. Or season before. It
hit that YouTube. Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. So
welcome back to In the Log Cabin with Chad and Kathy.
The Hofbrau house.
Hofbrau
house. So Scott, you got something you said?
I got something always, man.
Well, enlighten us with your knowledge.
All right there, big guy. Here we go. It's something that I actually thought was kind of interesting, and I've had a lot of people ask about this. Now, I do different things a little bit, but I'm not going to explain that to you because that's just my personal preference. But this little story or indication of what do you want to, is brought to you by the Gold Rush Trading Post. It is one of their little articles that they have in here, and I don't know who wrote it yet, but I will say it if it does have it at the end. But it's all about selling your gold.
Oh, okay.
So what I gotta do, I'm going to read this right off for you.
That's interesting.
All right. It says, with gold prices on the rise, you might be wondering if now is a good time to sell some of the gold you've found over the years. If you decide it is, you might also wonder how to best sell the gold and to whom. The type of gold and buyer is interested in it varies, and will largely depend on what form of gold that you have. Gold dust, which pretty much we're going to have a lot of that. Gold dust consists of flour, fines, and flakes. This is the stuff most prospectors find as a result of panning, sluicing, and dredging. This form of gold is probably the lowest value because it has the most impurities. Small nuggets start about 1 gram. And you should have put a period in that. Anyway, most impurities. Small, I was like, well, I just kept reading that on. Small nuggets start about 1 gram, and they are set up from gold dust. So that means your 1 gram nuggets going to be just above your. Medium nuggets on average weigh up to 31 grams. 1 ounce nugget, okay, that's a pretty big nugget. Or 1 troy ounce. And remember, folks out there in gold land, if you don't know what a troy ounce is, it is 31 grams, not 20. Anyway, says large nuggets are defined as weighed as 1 troy ounce or more. Larger nuggets usually command higher prices, which could be considered museum quality. Gold in quartz is usually the collector's item or a museum piece. Therefore, price widely varies. And I have said this a lot. If you guys find something, in a golf ball size piece of quartz and stuff like that, that's going to be what we consider a specimen piece. I don't go on the size of it. I mean, I go on what it is and what it's made out of. But that's typically where I'm looking at it in it.
Right.
So, I mean, just a piece. If you can see the gold, it's in the mother host rock, like quartz or granite, something like that. That's going to be something you can keep on a shelf, and because that's where it naturally comes from. A lot of people don't know that. So, anyway, it says, let me get here. Keep in mind, though, that even nuggets that appear to be pure gold are not. They will have impurities embedded and blended into the matrix. There is no such thing, and I want to repeat this to everybody right now. There is no such thing as 100% pure gold from nature.
Okay.
Fact.
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 In fact, in North America, the average purity for prospected and mined gold averages anywhere from 60% to 85%. The impurities of natural gold consist of metals such as silver, copper, and other minerals that have combined with gold on a molecular level. Tests referred to an assay must be performed to accurately measure the purity of the gold. Some jewelers and pawn shops can analyze your gold to determine the purity with an XRF gun or X-ray fluorescence, which is XRF gun. And you expect to pay a charge for the service. So if you go in and get your gold analyzed, you're going to have to pay them for it, because I know that XRF gun, what it is. And I think we just seen it on Gold Rush last week. It's about $15,000.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, we did. What's his name? The newbie that used to work with Partner had his father-in-law come down with that is the same gun that I'm talking about right now. Mm-hmm. It measures what gold and how much gold you have in a bag of sand. It just reads it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty. Dude, watch the episode. Pretty cool. But it's like I said, $15,000. Anyway, the majority of gold bought and sold from small-scale prospectors include private buyers. Some advertise on eBay, Craigslist, and other online sites. We all know about that. Pawn shops independently own jewelry stores and craft and repair their own jewelry museums. Look for unusual specimens or rare nuggets, because they're going to change that into necklaces and stuff like that. The most refiners are contracted by large gold mining operations, but smaller refiners will purchase gold from prospectors in any form, mesh, or size. An internet search will reveal refiners that will buy from individuals. If you want to sell your fine gold or nuggets, there are a few things to do first. You may not get a totally accurate assessment of your gold's value, but you'll at least have ballpark estimates. Do not melt your gold. Keep it in its original form. Now, folks, I'm just going to say I'm kind of on the fence with this, because I know if you melt it in a bar, if you take it to somebody that's going to buy it, number one, they're going to drill a hole through it, period.
Right.
And you remember, when they drill the hole out, there's shavings. If you ain't collecting those shavings back, you're losing gold. So don't let people drill your gold 20 times to make sure it's freaking real. That's just retarded. If you do melt it down into a gold ingot. And like I said, there are people out here that buy gold. I believe actually one of our good friends, Doc at Gold Hog, he used to buy gold. And I don't know if he still does, but I'm pretty sure he does. But there are other people that will buy you gold and give you pretty much a good price for it, what you want. But anyway, it says keep it as original form, and I don't believe that. It says clean up plaster gold dust. Be sure it's completely dry, and then you use a neodymium magnet, okay, to move any black sands. Now, right now, just use a magnet, folks. I don't know what that big fancy word they throw in front of it is, but just use a magnet.
The neodymium magnet, Scott.
Neodymium, that's what it looks like.
You have one?
Anyway, after you use the magnet, do a final rinse to remove any sand or grit that is not magnetic and let gold dry. Now, usually we use cleanup machines, folks, and your gold's not going to have that much sand in it. It's going to have sand doesn't stay behind in anything we clean up with, hardly.
All right.
And if you do have sand staying in your cleanup machine, you've got the wrong. Anyway, clean your nuggets with ammonia. This is a good one. Clean your nuggets with ammonia or any type of cola.
I ain't cleaning my nuggets with ammonia.
Well, you know what? If you can clean a battery post with a Coca-Cola, I guess that would work.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
You're gonna pour Coke on your nuggets?
Well, it says put the gold and soda in a small plastic container with a lid and vigorously shake. Rinse and repeat a few times. Don't scrub with a brush or an abrasive material. Well, it's malleable. You'll scrub it off. So, yeah. Weigh only your gold, not the container. In grams using the electric digital scale, there are 31.1 grams in a troy ounce. Now, get that 0.1, folks.
0.1.
Might screw you up later on if you don't get it in there. It says, which is unit to measure precious metals. A troy ounce is heavier than a regular ounce, which equals 28.3 grams. Gold is also measured in pennyweights or grains, which I don't waste my time with that. 1 troy ounce equals 20 pennyweight. 1 pennyweight equals 1.55 grams.
Okay.
Determine the spot price. Which is usually based on a troy ounce. Multiple or divided the weight of your gold by the daily spot price. When you make contact with a potential buyers who specialize in raw or natural gold, be sure to ask about and understand their procedures and policies and payments. Ask how your gold's going to be assayed and ask the purity is determined. If you are shipping your gold to a buyer, understand the requirements for packing and shipping insurance and other safeguards. Some buyers pay for the testing and shipping. Other pass along the cost to the seller. Remember that buyers have cost and will not pay 100% of the spot price. So if you're getting 98 to 95%, folks, take it. The exception to this, the exception to this would be if you would have a museum specimens or very large nuggets. In those instances, buyers will pay more than the spot price. Be patient, shop around, not only to get the best price, but to find a buyer who you can work with now and in the future. Very key, by the way. Get recommendations from fellow prospectors, clubs such as the GPAA. If possible, make the first transaction with a new buyer a small one to assess your experience and satisfaction with in the overall sales and process. When you feel you've had a successful first transaction and you feel confident, you continue a relationship with that in the future. If you have not found your first gold yet, keep looking. I'm going to put that on the end of that one.
Keep looking.
Keep looking. But that is all about selling your gold. Like I said, it was from the old Gold Rush Trading Post, which have some very on there. You guys all know I like the informational stuff.
Yeah, of course. Now, how much gold have you sold, Scott?
Everything I've ever found.
Folks, so is that 2, 3, 4 grams? What?
I don't have a collection. I've never kept gold. I have sold it ever since I've ever found it. That's why I dig it for. If I wanted to collect something, I'll go find rocks.
No,
there's plenty of those around.
You don't save it for a rainy day?
No.
No?
My gold gets sold.
Every year after each season?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Usually it's every year during season.
As quick as you find it.
This year's a little different because we're kind of keeping some back, but this year's a little different. But yeah, other than that, dude, when I get it, I sell it. I do not keep it. So if you come to my camp, go give me your gold, I'm going to laugh at you. You're like, you idiot. You really think I keep gold where I camp?
You're like, it's gone. I got to sell that stuff.
Yeah, it's gone the same day I find it. I'm like, oh, look at that. In the wind. It's gone that quick.
Yeah. Hey. You got a good point there.
You got to remember, you guys, I mean, I got a backer, but the gold is what I kind of live off of. What I live off of anyway.
All right. All right. Well, hey.
Just here to tell you, beer ain't cheap.
You must eat like that.
No, it isn't. Neither is wine.
Heck, even them damn cans of beanie weenies went up, them cheaters.
What did?
Beanie weenies.
Beanie weenies or beanie weenies?
Beanie weenies.
Beanie
Quit trying to read my lips. You can't see them.
No, I know. What the hell's beanie weenies?
You never had beanie weenies, Mr. I eat Vienna sausage out of a can?
Yeah, if that's wieners and pork and beans, then
Yeah, that's called beanie weenies.
I've had them, and you'll eat them, but not potted meat.
No, because potted meat smells like death.
You know how old those hot dogs are that are crammed in that can of preservatives?
They're like rubber.
That ain't even a real hot dog.
It's a freaking, yeah, it is. It's the same thing.
That's
like I said, if you got a Vienna sausage cut up in beanie weenies, it's different than open a whole can of Vienna sausages and smelling all the meat, just nastiness right in your face. It's not the same.
It's probably the same thing. It probably is Vienna sausages in it.
More than likely, it's beanie weenies.
Beanie weenies.
But the thing is out on the claim, you guys got to understand, it's proteins. You got to have your proteins all the time.
You're hungry, you know.
Well, beans has got a lot of proteins. It's like if you get a gift box or a needy box or whatever. There's beans, peanut butter, and freaking noodles in there.
And bugs.
Protein.
Yeah, it's protein.
We used to get some of that, like when I first started coming up here and mining like out of a tent way back out yonder. We get those gift boxes, and trust me, dude. I had to give things peanut butter away. There was always peanut because peanut butter is protein. Beans are protein.
Yeah.
Then they had beans that you actually had to boil. I'm like, okay, I don't have time for that.
Popeye spinach. You eat spinach? Dennis eats spinach?
Yeah, can't you tell? Look at him, Kathleen.
That ain't no spinach.
Oh, it's another one of them.
It's a hideaway.
How many hideaway cans do you have, Dennis?
What is it?
It's a hideaway can.
Hideaway can.
Oh.
We all know Dennis ain't eating healthy, so we would know that's a fake. Right off the right, Dennis?
That looks like a regular.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Can on top.
It does. Scott's probably got one of his beanie weenie hideaway can.
No,
hey,
I got about 50 beanie weenie cans in there.
Beanie weenies.
Hey, man, it's protein. If you're going to eat it, usually I don't eat breakfast or lunch.
I understand, but there can't be a whole lot of protein in beanie weenies, is there?
It's beans. Are you crazy?
I think it's made out of earthworms or something.
Oh my God, you guys. Beans are protein. That's why they're always in those gift boxes. They're protein, just like peanut butter. Peanuts are protein.
Well, I know beans are, but I'm talking about the weenies.
Well, that's just for extra. Like I said, I keep beanie weenies in the backpack in case I get caught somewhere where I can't get back out or I'm rained or flash flooded in. At least I got something to eat before I get out of there.
That's why you should carry potted meat. And
absolutely.
No,
I'll just take your word for it, Scott. Hey, where's Rango?
Actually, he's inside today. He's got a hurt paw. I think he's got.
He does? What happened?
I think he got a big old spur because I climbed over some trees today or not trees, but some bushes that had big thorns in it. And I think he got one right in his paw. And every time I try to look at him, he kind of tries to bite me. So I waited till he fell asleep. And he's still, he's moving on it and he's walking around, but boy, he's favoring it pretty good. And he won't let me look at it as close as I want to, but.
Right.
Aww.
Wow. Yeah.
Now just let it fester up and let him get it out. Dog is what a dog is.
Yep. It is what it is.
He'll figure it out. Either that or he'll let me look at it. One or the other.
Well,
if it gets infected.
I guess he'll have to chew on it extra hard and get it popped. Now won't he?
Oh.
It's the Scott mentality.
Well, you got to remember, dogs were freaking raised in the wild before they were raised in my house. They ain't stupid. They know what to do.
They know how to fix it.
They know that's right. They know how to fix it.
Huh?
I guess I baby mine too much.
'Cause they're domesticated. You're supposed to be.
Mine are suburban dogs.
When we domesticate,
Mine's a work dog that actually can come in the house.
I gotta get mine trained for the desert.
yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I love Rango all the way around, but he is still who he is, and he was bred for a certain thing, and that's the way it is.
Yeah. We have pampered pups on their fancy dog bed over here. And
Mike keeps chewing his beds up. I'm like, I'm not buying you no more. I went in the bedroom one day, and I swear to God, it looked like somebody just had 14 haircuts on the floor. And then I found out the bed that we actually bought was like bison hair or something. It was like freaking all over the place.
That's why he chewed.
A bison hair? Well, no wonder why he chewed it up.
I'm just saying, there's hair inside of it. There was hair inside of it. Looked like a buffalo, but he just likes to, when he can't fight with us and we won't play with him, he'll go in and just start eating the heck out of that thing. Like, yeah, I'm going to get you. I'm like, all right.
He's bored. He needs to work.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, like all the time.
He's a puppy.
Well, maybe if you went out and dug for gold, he would be busy working with you.
Yeah, I go all the time, buddy. The only time I skipped you guys was from Christmas to New Year's.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of packages getting delivered, and they don't bring them all the way. They leave them out by the freaking gate.
Well, you're doing a lot more digging than we are.
Yeah. Any digging's more than we are, right?
Well, like I said, I'll show you guys and everybody out there in Radio Land to clean up probably, I'd say by this weekend, maybe Friday or something like that. I might just do a live cleanup on gold. I don't know. We'll do something. I'll do something.
All right, do something.
Yeah.
Even if it's wrong, just do it. Right.
Bring that kid with you.
Yeah.
No, I can't go get SJ.
They met Manny.
I'll bring Manny, put him on the walk, or what they call it, the post banister.
There you go. Yeah, have him leaning on the banister.
Have him lean on the banister. That's funny, Tim. That's really funny.
Okay.
I don't believe you know how big this guy is.
Oh, yes, I do. See him.
He's taller than you are.
I know.
If you put the legs on him, which I'm not gonna do.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. Right, let us know when you get ready to do your mucking with Manny video.
Hey, it'll be Swiftwater mucking with Manny.
All right. Make announcements of everything you're going to do so we are aware.
Like, give us some advance notice, like
10
hours.
Yeah, right.
Well, what's the fun in that? I mean, either you're following Gold Prospectors Radio Facebook page.
I don't check my phone constantly.
Yeah,
well, it'll come up. It'll go bing. It's live. It'll say it.
Mine's always on silent.
Well, then you're not going to hear it.
Send a message, Scott. Is all we're asking.
What are you like guesstimating? Like Friday or?
No. I got this. Is not going to be. This is not going to be this week, folks. I got to put a little thought into this. I just want to see. I want to know which way I want to take the show.
But I thought you were just mucking around.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying.
Then why you got a plan?
I'm just like on here.
When
I don't want to
start mucking. You don't.
I just don't want to be
not natural.
You're just mucking.
You're just mucking.
Hey,
just get into it.
You're muck it. Do it. Yeah, you're right.
Well, just do it. Just let us know. We'll share it so people will come watch it. Okay. Okay.
I'll get it to you. See, now look, you guys were saying something about Sunday. Now I come up with something. Now you're just like, oh, now you got to get it to me.
Well,
or you guys are needy.
Well, we don't want you to go, oh, I'm doing something in 3 minutes. And
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, I would have just went live. And whoever's on Gold Prospector Space Radio, it would have said live. If you got on, you got on. If you did, you missed the show.
It's even worse.
Well, that's just like everybody that lost the gram of gold.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm just saying. You've got to participate to be in with me. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
So you want to to me, it sounds like you would want to give advance notice because people want to see you mucking around with Manny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, then they hit subscribe and the dinger button. That's easy.
Oh, it's
That way,
on YouTube.
That way, if it
You
goes
do it
wrong,
on YouTube, right?
no, it's going to be on the Gold Prospectors radio.
Well, there's no
Facebook.
bell to
There's
ring.
no bell.
Yes, there is.
I don't get a bell.
That's funny. Every time I see somebody post something on Gold Prospect, it goes ding on my phone.
Huh.
That's because that's a notification you have on your phone.
Wow.
Hey, man, a bing's a bing. I don't care what you call
So
it.
it'll be on Facebook, is what you're saying.
Official Gold.
Yeah, it's just going to be for our listeners and our members on Prospectors Space.
All right. We got you.
It's not going to be on YouTube. I'm not going global with it. It's just
Well,
for
what day do
hours.
you think? Because I have to turn my notifications down for work. But if I know what day, I'll turn it on.
Agree. It helps.
Well, I'll get you the day. I'm not saying that, but
All right.
I'm just saying I want to go. I just want to figure out what I want to do.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I need to just coming on and talking with a mannequin. That's kind of yeah, you're losing your mind. And I'm not that far out in the gold fields yet.
Start talking.
Well, you're going to be mucking around with the mannequin. So, I mean,
I said mucking with Manny, not mucking with Wilson.
Well, just give us something.
Alrighty.
Remember Wilson? Remember Wilson? The guy was so lonely he had to draw eyes on a freaking volleyball.
Speaking of drawing eyes on a what kind of ball?
Volleyball.
Volleyball. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. As I see where this is going.
Yeah.
You don't remember? It was Hank Will or no, not Hank. What's it? Hank? Shit.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Yes, sir. Wilson. Wilson.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to join us Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And be on the lookout for Mucking with Manny with Scott Swiftwater Tony whenever you decide.
yeah. Message Scott daily asking when.
Hey, when is it, Scott? Just start putting that on Scott's Facebook.
And you can send those to Gold Prospector Space in care of Tim Grimes.
Right. That's fine. Send them to me. I'll forward them to Scott. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Till Sunday. Have a great week. We're out of here.
Good night, Gold Diggers. Thanks for listening.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.